Because of an accidental touch of a corpse, Xiao Mei woke up to find that she had turned into a man. She looked at herself in the mirror, unable to believe her eyes, and her mumbling drew the scorn of her family. When she saw the bracelet on her arm, she suddenly realized that it was exactly the same as the one on the corpse, and she understood that she had become the dead person. She wanted to go to the river valley to verify the place where the corpse was found, but found that she was unable to communicate with her family. After much difficulty, she met a brother who could communicate with her, and she told him about her experience of crossing over. But her brother thought she was telling a story. Xiao Mei was then forcibly taken to a fruit orchard to work, but she couldn't stop thinking about the corpse in the river valley, so she secretly slipped away to the roadside to try and hitch a ride. The driver ignored her, but after she took off her jacket, she finally managed to stop two female drivers. However, they didn't take her to the river valley but instead turned toward a small town. When she saw a Terminator movie poster on the cinema in the small town, she was shocked. She had to ask the girls by the roadside what year it was, but the girls were too busy listening to music to answer. Xiao Mei then realized through the song that she had traveled back 30 years in time. Helpless, she went to a public phone booth to make a call for help. But not only did she not know how to use the phone, she also realized that the person she wanted to call hadn't even been born yet. Just as she was at a loss, a woman took her to her home. Looking at her young grandparents, Xiao Mei excitedly went to greet them, but upon entering the room, she discovered that the two people were actually her parents. She instinctively called out "Dad," making them think she was drunk. The woman who had brought her there then announced the beginning of a band audition. Xiao Mei, who had never played the guitar, couldn't do anything, and soon the band lost their opportunity to perform due to her mistake. She was then taken back to her house by her father, who now inhabited the body she had taken over. In the room, Xiao Mei found a notebook written by this body. The last page of the notebook read "Wake up," and based on its content, it was clear that the deceased couldn't have committed suicide. In order to have proof, when she eventually returned to the present, Xiao Mei buried the notebook beside the house. For the first time in the body of a man, Xiao Mei looked at herself in the mirror and then lay in the bathtub, falling asleep.